Hey guys, Miss Unpopular Opinion here, and today I want to show you guys how I saved $20,000 trying to work a 9 to 5 and some additional jobs, but $20,000 in a year. Stay tuned. So, okay, I have my list in front of me, so I'm going to be looking down because I have everything because I wanted to be extremely detailed in this video. So you'll see me looking down a bunch of times, but it's only because I'm trying to be really detailed and let you guys know that it is possible. You can save $20,000 if you're not lazy. If you're lazy, exit off this video. This video is not for you because you don't want to make any money. Okay, so this was before I had kids. I was about, I think 25, 26 maybe. And I was working a regular 9 to 5 job. My schedule was exactly 8 to 4:30, I believe. So I had a regular 8 hours a day, and I was still able to save the money. I did additional jobs. I always did like little side jobs, and I've never been a lazy person. Like most people, I do like money. I enjoy the finer things in life, and I've been working since I was like 16. I had a bunch of little babysitting jobs when I was younger, so I'm not lazy at all. I don't enjoy working, but I will do it because I know I need to make money. So here we go. Okay, so um okay, number one, I feel like this is go figure. You have to work extra hours at your job. If your job is a regular 9 to 5 and you're able to get overtime, you have to take the overtime. You have to be willing to work those extra hours. Like I said, I worked 8 to 4:30. So sometimes I would stay until 6:30, and sometimes I would ask. I was a receptionist, so we always, and the place was open 24 hours, so we always needed someone at the front desk. So a lot of times, if I was able to get up super early in the morning, I would text my supervisor the day before or early that morning and say, hey, could I come in? Eventually I just started doing it because she wouldn't mind, so I would have extra hours. And I was okay, so I was a receptionist, and we had a security guard at the front desk, and I was way more professional than security company. I'll say that. So it was like a no-brainer. Like they rather have me. The security guards, they were, that's another story. But yeah, so you have to work extra hours. You have to be willing to work extra hours. That was the number one thing, and that was the most important thing because that's what helped me bring in, I don't want to say way more money, but definitely more money. Okay. So the additional jobs that I did, I cleaned houses. Yes, I got on my hands and knees and I scrubbed floors. I cleaned houses. I put an ad on Craigslist, and no, it was not safe. It wasn't safe. I don't recommend doing it. They have plenty of apps and stuff that you can use now. But at the time, I put an ad on Craigslist, and yeah, I would get jobs and I'll clean houses. I drove people around. Like when people would ask me for rides, of course I would charge them. I would tell them like it's not Uber or Lyft, but it's cheaper, and I saved that money. I was able to save that money. I rented out my garage. My cousin had bikes at the time, and he needed a place to store his bikes. And once he suggested that, I was thinking about it for quite some time. My landlord ended up getting upset because the bikes were coming in and out, in and out, in and out. But later on down the line, I just didn't care. I'm like, I'm about to move anyway, and I need some extra money. So, and my landlord never stopped by. So I rented out my garage. I rented out my garage for like $200 a month. So it was easy. That was easy. And I help people organize stuff. There was another ad that I had on Craigslist. I help people organize a lot of stuff. I'm really big on organizing. And it just was kind of like a no-brainer to me. Like, why not do it? So that wasn't a whole lot of money. Like, it really wasn't a whole lot of money because it wouldn't take me long. So that would be like maybe like $50, $75 here and there, but they added up, like I said. All right, guys, so working at overtime. All right, so every 2 weeks I made about $1,200. I don't even remember. Like after taxes and stuff, I brought home like $1,200, a little over $1,200 every 2 weeks. My rent was $750. My phone bill was $100, a little less. It would bounce between $87 and $100 every month. My gas would bounce between like $65 and $70. My electric was I don't know. My electric will kind of bounce too. It would be like $50 to $60. I put $50, but it would kind of bounce back and forth. And then I had miscellaneous things. But my most important tip on here is to have a savings and to treat your savings as if it's a bill, like it's a utility bill, like almost like you have to pay it every single month. You know what I mean? Like, don't just have that. Like, don't just, like, would you let your electric cut off? No. All right. So treat your savings like that. Even if it's just $10 that you have to put in that savings account, you need to put that money in that savings account. Every single dollar counts. Like, seriously. So with that savings account, I was able to put $1,000 maybe into my savings account and have $200 for pleasure. Now, listen to this. I said that I made $1,200 every 2 weeks. So with that $1,200, I was able to pay my bills. I did not have cable. That was an unnecessary bill. You don't need cable. If you want cable, go ahead. But that's an extra like $200 that you're spending every single day. I'm not even the type of person that sits in the house and watches TV. I had T-Mobile, so the internet was unlimited, and I didn't have internet either. The internet was unlimited, or I would use somebody's Wi-Fi, and I would be sitting there on YouTube all day. Like, that would be my entertainment. But if you have to have, and I had TVs, but I had an antenna. Like, if you have to have cable, you can, but I feel like that's a waste of money. It's like an extra $200, and it's nothing that comes on TV. Like, there's really nothing that comes on TV. It's not that serious. But with that $1,200 in 1 month, so say I made $1,200 the first 2 weeks of June. I would use that right there to pay for my bills. That $1,200 I was able to set aside for my bills. I'm gonna say, let me see, what did I have down? $970 for my bills. Sometimes it would be a little over that, but I still had that extra 200, maybe 200 and some change, maybe like 100 and some change left over from that. Now, moving on to the next pay period, I would have an extra $1,200. That $1,000 I would put into my savings, and that $200 I would have for pleasure. So I was able to save that money. Now, like I said, I did not have cable. I didn't have a lot of extra bills. So I didn't have a car note. And no, I don't feel like you should get a car note. I don't feel like you should get a lease if you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, then you need a regular car until you work your way up. Like, you got to stay low. You got to stay low until you get up there. No, if you don't need it, don't get it. But I will also use that additional, I'm going to say, what was that? I said 200. All right, let's say 400. I would use that 400 in total for groceries, like going to the bar, going to the clubs, like little stuff. And it was just me. I didn't have a child. It was just me. So I was able to save like a bunch of money. I was able to eat leftovers and go to my mom's house and get food from there and just freeload, go on dates and stuff and eat for free. So that was easy. Like, that was really easy. And I really predominantly drink water. That's really big too, because you can get a case of water for $4 for like 32 waters, and you're not spending all that money on juice. Like, I'm telling you, when you go to the market, that juice adds up. So another thing I did my hair myself. I did my makeup myself. I didn't have eyelash extensions. I didn't do eyelash extensions at the time, because that definitely adds up. I got $50 sew-ins from the Weave Bar. Yes, I would get tired of them all the time. My sisters would make fun of me, but listen, I did not care. I would get $50 weaves at the Weave Bar because that saved me money, and I would keep those weaves in for about 2 months, and I learned how to do my own hair. Like, I would wear my hair in a lot of natural styles, buy some shampoo and conditioner, and I wasn't even buying a bunch of expensive shampoos and conditioners, guys. I was buying Suave. I would go to the market and get a bunch of different oils and buy Suave to wash my hair and condition my hair, and it worked. It may sound crazy, but it worked. I took care of my hair. I got on YouTube and tried to figure it out because I knew I didn't want to keep spending all my money on this weave. Like, that's really important. You got to start learning how to do things for yourself so you can cut back, so you're not spending as much money, guys. You have to. Next. Okay, so as for pleasure, I'm gonna say, even if I spent like $200, that really went to like takeout when I wanted to treat myself. nights out, I drink. So it would be like wine that I would get, and I would get like a little $7.99 bottle of wine. If my friends were coming over, I would tell them it's BYOB. Hey, everybody bring a bottle. I had to be extremely disciplined though. I had a goal in mind. If I was going out, then that means I had to pregame or I was staying home. Because I like to have a good time. I like to drink. I like to go out and I like to enjoy myself. But if that means spending a bunch of money on alcohol, then hey, we're kind of back at square one. Like I could have spent that money somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say pre-game. This is a very, very, very disciplined life, but this is what worked for me. I knew I had a goal in mind and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with that money. So like I said, you got to be disciplined. Let's see. All right, so another thing I wanted to talk about, packing your lunch. You have to pack your lunch if you're going to work. I packed my lunch almost every single day when I was going to work. If I didn't pack, all right, so I had another advantage. I lived right behind my job. So I was able to walk home a lot of times and eat lunch. They always had a lot of different events and stuff at my job, so I was able to get like free food from my job a lot. So I didn't spend a ton of money on food at work. Like I said, I ate a lot of leftovers. I went to my mom's house and ate a lot of food too. And I cut back on all of my little treats. Like a lot of times I always felt like, oh, Kiana, you got to treat yourself. Kiana, you got to treat yourself. Ultimately, my goal, this amount of money that I want to save is going to be my treat. Like it might take some time, but a year flies by. And I'll get there. So like I said, ultimately that'll be my treat. Some of the jobs that I mentioned that you can take now, that you can do now, like I said, I wouldn't recommend Craigslist. It's not safe. But TaskRabbit allows you, they have so many different categories on there. It allows you to go on there and basically pick anything. Like you can pick cleaning, help moving, run errands, drive. No, I don't think you can drive around, but bunch of different stuff like that. They have Uber, they have Lyft. You can bartend. If you know how to do hair, you can make units on the side. You can braid some hair on the side, do eyelashes, dog walking. It's an app called Rover that you can use for dog walking. Like people literally will pay you to walk dogs. If you have a dog, hey, that's super easy, right? You can do DoorDash. You can do Uber Eats. If you don't have any children, and like I said, this is not for a lazy person, and if you have the time, which if you're working a regular 9 to 5, I do feel like you have the time, pick up a second job. That would be a huge step, and it would definitely help you get to this goal. Whatever your goal is, it doesn't even have to be $20,000. It could be $10,000. But if you could get a second job, that would be big. That would be extremely important. Like I said, doing makeup. If you know how to train people, you can train people like super duper easy. Ebates. Now I'm gonna talk about Ebates a little bit because everybody isn't a fan of Ebates, but I'm a big fan of Ebates because like I said, I feel like every dollar counts. I feel like every penny counts. Now with Ebates, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with it, but for everybody that isn't familiar with it, it's a website that allows you to go on there and basically type in the store that you are planning on shopping at anyway, and you go through the website and you get a small percentage of money back from the stuff that you purchase. So at the end of the month, I think maybe my Ebates check at the end of the month might be like 40 something. But let me tell you guys what I do. I try to get my family and friends to sign up, but they don't want to sign up. So what I'll ask them is, hey, are you buying anything today? Are you buying anything tomorrow? Oh, all right, well, let me get it for you. That way I'm able to accumulate the money that they spent. I'm not even spending any money. You got it? So if I'm making like an additional 40 or 30 something dollars a month, and it's not even money that I spent, it's technically like free money, right? You can't go wrong with free money. And like I said, every single dollar counts. Every single dollar counts. Keep your change. Keep your change. Do not throw those pennies away. If you see a penny on the ground, pick it up. Every penny counts. You have to start somewhere. Keep your change. Let your change stack up. Don't touch it. Leave your change alone. At the end of the day, you need to have a change box or a container or something that you can put your change into that you can't reach your hand into and get, because that was my problem. I would reach in there and grab my quarters when I was younger. No, you need something that you can't reach inside and grab your change out. You need like a big water bottle, like, you know, the super big ones that they carry over, the guys carry over their shoulder. You need something like that, and fill it up. Keep filling it up. Keep filling it up. If you find change in a car, if you find change outside, if you find change in the mall, wherever, you have to keep filling it up and leave it alone. Keep your dollars. If you're able to keep your fives and your ones, put them in a shoebox or something and leave it alone. Don't bother it. If I would say put it in there, but I don't know how you would get it out. But you have to be extremely disciplined. If you can get a shoebox and put these ones and these fives in there, I know you guys probably have seen all of the ones and fives challenges. You put your ones and your fives in there and you don't bother them. You go back at the end of the year and you'll have that money saved up too. You won't even think about it. You won't think about it. You won't miss it because there are ones and fives. Like, people, you're not going to be looking for it. You're not going to miss it. Find something that you can sell. Okay. So I thought about this later on, but I didn't do it. I don't know why. I was being kind of lazy. But cupcakes. I love to bake. I love to bake. I could have put that on Uber Eats. Now, I'm not positive that I know all the rules and regulations on Uber Eats, but what I do know is there have been plenty of times that I've been on Uber Eats and they have different things on there that people sell, and I'll look up the restaurant and I'm like, I know I saw this person on Instagram. Like, this is not a real restaurant. So that means somebody is selling this out their house and they put it on Uber Eats. So if you want to figure out a way to sell, you know, the stuff that you're selling on Uber Eats, or just sell it on Instagram in your neighborhood, cupcakes, you can do platters of food, anything. Come up with like a little slogan, put that on a t-shirt, sell t-shirts, anything. You just need something to bring in extra money. Use your banking app. So I had Bank of America at the time, and Bank of America has this app. I think it's called Amerideals. I'm not positive, but basically it has a list of stores on there that you can hit, and it'll say like you get 5% cash back, or like 10% cash back from Xfinity, or like 4% cash back from Little Caesars Pizza. Now, like I said, every dollar counts. So when you're spending, you want to activate them, because when you're going into the stores and you're spending this money anyway, then you get a small percentage back. Even if it's $1 or $2, there's still a percentage that you got back. There's still a little bit of money you save. Now, it might not seem like you saved any money at the time, but looking back and all of those percentages start to add up, then you'll see that money accumulate, and it's not even money that you were ever thinking about. So that'll go straight into your bank account at the end of the year, and that's more money that you were able to save. Once again, selling things. Sell unused gift cards. Or people, like a lot of people, especially my father's side, they give gift cards on Christmas, and I get gift cards for my birthday and stuff. If I'm not using them, or I haven't used them for a while, or it's a place that I know for sure I'm not going to, somewhere, like just something, I'm not using it, I'll sell it. I forgot the name of the website, but there's a website, you can Google it. There's a website that you can use, that you can sell your unused gift cards on. Like I said, it's not, depending on the amount of your gift card, it probably won't be that much money, but it's enough. It's enough. Money that you're not even thinking about. Money that you can throw into your ones and your fives box. Going back to that. Every dollar counts. It's money that accumulates. So you want to be able to have that as well. All right. So I'm trying to see. Did we cover all of the basics? Yeah. So I think that's all of the basics. All right. So guys. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? All right, so I think we covered all of the basics, but you guys got the gist. You need to be bringing in extra money, and you need to be extremely, extremely, extremely disciplined. Now, I still enjoy my life. I exercised. I went on dates. I chilled at my mom's house. I'm always at my mom's house anyway. I brought food home from my mom's house. I'm like Theo from the Cosbys. I'm a freeloader when it comes to my mom's. I'll take anything from there to save me some money. If I need to take some toilet tissue home, I'm taking me some toilet tissue home, and I do not care. I stole a bag of chicken wings from my mom's house before, a whole big old bag of wingdings, and I did not care. I did laundry at my mom's house. That saved me money on electric, and that saved me money on gas. No, I did not have to pay water because I was living in an apartment at the time, but you guys get the gist. That'll definitely save your money. And I didn't do a lot of shopping. I didn't do a lot of shopping because I was trying to live a minimalistic lifestyle. I was trying to save as much money as possible. I had a bunch of clothes, a bunch of clothes. My mom still buys me clothes even now at my age. It's not a ton of stuff, but it's stuff, and I will make do with it. I will make do with it because I did not want to buy a bunch of stuff. For work, I kind of wore like the same stuff to work. I had like maybe like 10 or 12 work dresses that I wore and a couple pairs of work pants, and I wore them over and over and over again, and I did not care. I did not care at all. I wore one plain black sturdy heavy bag to carry everything to work in, that I could fit my lunch in, that I could fit my orders in, everything, so that I didn't have to keep buying pocketbooks and changing up pocketbooks and everything. So I was able to save a lot of money not buying work stuff as well. If you wear a uniform, you don't have that problem, like scrubs, or you work at a fast food place, you shouldn't have that problem because you wear a uniform. So guys, I hope that you get what I'm saying. This video was kind of long, I think, but I had a lot of people ask. A lot of my friends were surprised when I told them how much money I was able to save. I put a few dollars towards my house, and I put a few dollars towards other things, but I was able to save $20,000 in a year with all of those tips. A lot of stuff I did Google, a lot of stuff I figured out on my own, but it was super easy. If you guys like videos like this and you want me to do another one, or just want me to touch on anything else that I mentioned in this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your comment down below, and I will get right back to you guys. Have an amazing day.